I am Pastor Jim Shipstead, and I'd like to welcome you to Encouragement for Today. And we're so delighted to have John with us. John's been a part of our JAW group, Just Ordinary Guys, for a long time. And he kind of shared his testimony last Monday, and it really touched some hearts and lives, so we thought he could share a little bit today. But John, just share briefly, what's on your heart.
Sure. Give you a little background on myself. I was born and raised in basically Anaheim. I was born in Orange, but was raised in Anaheim. And my parents early on were attending, when I say early on, before I was 4 years old, in Assemblies of God Church in Fullerton. And we went with a man named Ralph Wilkerson to start a church in Anaheim called Christian Center Church. So we were some of the original 40 members of that church, and it was so small that we had to have the choir come down into the seats so Ralph Wilkerson would have someone to preach to during the deal. But when I was in the second grade, I received Christ, and what happened at Christian Center is Ralph thought the kids were the foundation of the church. And so from kindergarten on, they taught salvation as a regular part of your Sunday school class. And so my second grade teacher, and she had one of those names like Patsy Jean or Betty Joe or something. I just remember she had two first names. And she led us in the sinner's prayer and led us to Christ in the second grade. And then they prepared us for baptism the next year. So I was baptized at 8 years old in the third grade. But that was a wonderful foundation, and I since went with John Wimber to Calvary Chapel, and then what later became the Vineyard, and we planted our own church called Christian Life Fellowship in Orange later on, and presently I attend a church called Heritage Christian Fellowship in Orange. So that is basically my religious background as far as churches. Christian ethics have been in my life since my very early life. But what I shared on Monday is that in 2005, I received a call that my birth daughter was pregnant. And this was not for me a wonderful call. It was not a good call. So she was at that time an intravenous drug user and completely involved in the drug trade in San Diego. Well, we worked with her and the birth father through the birth, which happened on March 20th, 2006. And we were under the impression that she was clean at time of birth. But one of the first miracles that happened along this path that I was on is that she was actually did not quit doing drugs or alcohol all the way up until my granddaughter was born. Wow. But she was born without any complication. She hasn't shown any results of that drug use through her whole life. So that's a major miracle, going from the stuff that was being injected into those veins to not having any signs of birth issues. Along that way, she was in San Diego. And we were told that we would not or ever be considered as foster parents because San Diego and Orange County does not have a reciprocity agreement. So they did not let cases leave San Diego County. Well, we began a fight to get our daughter because of we knew that the culture that she would be raised in. And I'd been praying because we actually did receive the call that she had been given to the birth father's sister for custody. Well, I'm praying to the Lord. I'm saying, I just can't believe this is what you want for this little girl. And
was she embroiled in the drugs as well?
My no, she was baby. This was before 6 months old.
No, I'm saying the one they were giving to be a foster.
Oh yeah,
the whole
family.
Part of that,
yeah,
the whole culture.
Right.
Yeah,
which came apparent later on. But the part I really want to share is as I was praying and kind of chewing God out for not taking care of this problem the way I would, I got a phone call. And on the other end of that line was a man named Bob. And Bob told me he was going to send me substantiated proof that there had been drug abuse and domestic violence involved during the pregnancy of my birth daughter.
Wow.
And with that information, I went to social services, and they said, we better reconsider where we're placing this daughter for as foster parents. So after that, my wife and I got involved in the foster parent program and actually became her foster parents. And as the rest of my testimony goes, she just turned 18 in March. She bought her first car just before her 18th birthday and graduated from Orange Lutheran High School in May 31st of this year of 2024. So it's been a blessing, and the Lord has blessed us along the way. And one of the verses that I like is found in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. And Paul is talking to the Philippians church, where he says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. That's one of my favorite verses in conjunction with my testimony. So,
well, that's great. I hear she's doing well. I hear she's quite the clogger,
well,
right? The dancer, and goes all over.
She turned a interest, which was she started taking lessons in clogging. Is one way to put what she does. They call it percussive dance because they actually do Irish tap. They do regular tap. They use their hands a lot, and they clog. And she started that at 4 years old, and we're about to leave on a tour with her. And this is the first time we're left on a tour without her, actually. We're going, my wife and I are going to watch her as groupies, and as we're going to Santa Maria and then up to Bozeman, Montana. And we're really looking forward to looking for the first time as not guardians, but as, in the audience.
Well, I'm so thankful that you got custody and that she's turned out so well and doing so well. And
it's been a blessing. I share in my testimony that when we received foster care, when she was put in our custody, I asked myself all these questions. Aren't we old? And I answered that one, yes. In fact, I just turned 70 and she's 18. So how are we going to pay for it? Well, the Lord had that. I still haven't figured that part out, but it happened. So it's been a wonderful blessing having her. She blesses us, and even as she's out entertaining, she blesses other people because she was on a TV show, actually a Hispanic TV show called Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento, and the guy, one of the judges, it's like America's Got Talent, he says, it just makes me smile when she dances. That's what happens. She makes people smile.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much, John. I really appreciate you sharing. And
I appreciate the opportunity, Jim.
Oh, great.
I love to tell the stories of the wonderful things that the Lord has done for me.
That's precious. Well, I hope you guys all have a good day today, and God bless you.